Hello guys and welcome back. We have here another deck tech for the Pauper format in which I found from uploads from the recent events posted at the MTG Top 8 website. So they call this one as a Tireless tribe, as sort of a mini combo as can seem. It was played by Season of Mist at the MTG online event for the Pauper. So let's take a quick look at the deck. We have 7 creatures, of course, including the namesake of the deck, Tireless Tribe. We have 24 instants, 19 lands, and 10 sorceries. Of course, sideboard in a bit after this main deck discussion. So let's check on the card again on what Tireless Tribe does. So it is a 1 to cast 1/1 for white, no bad creature type, in which it has this ability that you can discard a card. It gets +0/+4 until end of turn. So what I mentioned why it is called that of the combo, because of another spell here in the deck, which you can see here. It is the card Inside Out. So this card from Eventide does is that it will switch target the creature's power toughness until end of turn and then draw a card. So what you will do basically is just pump it out with these discard effects, getting the Tireless Tribe to a lethal damage, and then switch the toughness, making it the power into a lethal attack. So what the other card that was added here in the deck, or the creature, are your 3 copies of Squadron Hawk. So Squadron Hawk will basically fetch out other cards which the same name of Squadron Hawk and then put it in your hand. So that is any number for up to 3 cards. And then basically this card would make as well fuel the discard plan of this deck for the Tireless Tribe. So in other case of this deck, so we have this composition of instants, some of which are just having to get you draw cards or also protect your creatures. So for example, we have the spell that can counter instant spell, basically a spot removal for your creature, and also some effects to get them evade or have an evasion. For example, Shadow Rift. This can have the target creature gain shadow till end of turn, so meaning that they can be blocked or only be blocked by creatures with shadow. So that makes the Tireless Tribe basically unblockable, and also gets you a card for this one. Now for the other one of, this is the DC spell. So this card will basically gets you to have a transmute effect. So basically you can transmute for the same converted mana cost of this card and put it in your hand. So you can basically search out for a Tireless Tribe if needed. And Brainstorm also gets you some card draws and to filter out your hand. And of course, Circular Logic, this is also a counter spell, but basically having this madness effect would get you to cast this for only 1 mana. And the bonus is that this can be played for 1 and also get you to pump Tireless Tribe with its +0/+4 effects. And some of which also we have 4 copies of Whiteout. So this card would have this one to return it into your hand if you control snow covered land, and this is in your graveyard. So what this means is that if you be able to discard this one and this is in your graveyard, you can then again sacrifice a snow covered land to return this to your hand, and again have it discarded to pump out your Tireless Tribe. So basically a lot of interactions is going on with this deck, in this card composition also would help you out achieve that goal. And also the bonus here is that you can also have a Prismatic Strands to prevent all damage to sources the core of your choice would deal this turn, and also have this splashback effect to only tap and untap white creature you control. So with that composition of the source of the instants, we go now to the sorceries, which is of course composed of card effects and also a way to dig up your Tireless Tribe combo. We have 4 copies of Ponder, 4 copies of Preordain, and 2 copies of Merchant's Scroll to search for a specific blue instant or interrupt card. So with the setup in this deck, we have 19 lands to somewhat filter out your cards and also provide a way to get you to your main goal of combing out. We have these Ash Barrens, 4 copies of Escape Tunnel, which can also have this effect to have your target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. and 9 copies of Snow-Covered Island and 2 copies of Snow-Covered Plains. So that in a way, this deck would function well to have setup of a Tireless tribe and attacking for a win with a switch with the inside out ability. Now for the sideboard are basically composed of somewhat specific matchup with the terms of red and also in a way of protecting your creatures. So first off, we have 3 copies of Dive Down. This can also get your creature hexproof and +0/+3, which means an added toughness, which can also benefit you when you get this card or get this creature to switch its power toughness until end of turn. We have a copy of Goblins that can also tap out permanents or any lands or creature blockers, for instance. We have 2 copies of Gutshot that can also get you to remove or damage to a creature or player. You have of course 4 copies of Hydroblast, which I mean the specific to that of the red matchup, which it can destroy a permanent of red and counter target spell if it's red. And a lone copy of the Mystic Remura, which gets you to also tax out your opponents and have you draw a card, for instance. And then a copy of Pirate's Charm, which can also in a way have your creature Island Walk, have also target creature -2 or +2/-1 and have it discard a card. And 2 copies of Stern Dismissal to bounce out a specific creature or enchantment, and a copy of Prismatic Strands to fill the 4th copy or the 4 copies of that if needed for certain situations or matchups. So that pretty much it for this deck. Average mana curve is not really very low with 1.61. It's mostly composed of blue cards, of course. Tireless Tribe are only your white spells as well as Prismatic Strands. So that's basically going with the blue deck with the Tireless Tribe combo to fill out this deck archetype. So I guess that's pretty much it, guys, for this deck tech. If you have tried this one in your daily grinds on MTG Online or in your Pauper community or in your LGS, just let me know in the comments below what are your insights or what do you think this deck would still be a top tier archetype in the metagame. Let us discuss it in the comments section. Again, guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this another Pauper deck tech of the Tireless Tribe combo by Season of Mist MTGO. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you guys on the next video.